These photo tutorials I'll be breaking into 3 parts. The first is, what makes the best composition? How do you choose the picture to edit? The second is simple ways to edit photos on the iPhone. The third segment is looking at the completed piece. What makes it a piece of art? What was successful? What wasn't? Okay. I want to go through my picture selection process. This is the first step before I edit the image in Snapseed. Open up the folder, open up the pictures, and what I do first before anything else, I tap the screen. I want it black because all the other information on the display can influence the way I look at a picture. In this way, it's just the images. So I get to this point and I just quickly flip through my selections just to get an idea of what jumps out at me. As I do this, there will be one picture typically, or maybe 2, that immediately catches my eye, and then I go back to those and look a bit more closely. So you can see here there's about 8 images on the screen, and this first one we're going to delete it right away because I don't like the cloud formation, the dock is skewed, and the horizon line isn't straight. So I will unheart that. And then what happens when I open it up, it goes away. So then I have one less picture that influences my decision-making process. So then I'll go through these again and just kind of work my way through it. Okay, here's another one. It's all skewed, so we're going to take that one out of the equation. It deletes. Go back to the original. Then what I do is I just flip back and forth between the first 2, and I just eliminate them. It's kind of who wins between the 2 pictures. This is my winner of these 2, and I'll tell you why I'm deleting this one. As you see how the dock is starting to skew slightly on the end, it's kind of distorted. That's from the wide angle lens. So I'm going to pull that out right away. And now I can go back between these 2, this one versus this one. Here again, you see how the dock on the tail end is starting to kind of turn and distort a little bit. So I'm going to take that out right away. So now we're down to just 4 images to choose from. So these 2 are very similar, but look at the sun in the background between the 2. See how the sun's a little higher in this one? So I like that better. And this one, let's go back to its competitor. And now I'm looking at the clouds up in this corner. And I like the formations of the clouds in here just a bit more. Now I'm going to look at the dock a bit more closely. But I like the dock in this image better. I like the way it just sort of leads you in a very gentle direction off into the sunset. And while I'm doing this, I'm thinking about ways I will edit these in Snapseed, how I will develop the picture. I think I like this one better, you guys. So I'm going to pull this one out of the equation. Sorry, take that out. So now we're down to 3. So let's look at this one versus this one. So look at the dock. Real subtle differences between the dock. This one, it's a bit further back. It feels more neutral. Where this picture, it feels like I'm actually stepping into it, and it feels like it's pulling me into the picture more. Like I want to take that next step onto it. This feels neutral. It feels like I'm just witnessing it. Where this actually gives me the sense that I'm into the picture. So this one's coming out. It's out of the equation. Now we're down to just 2. So we're this image and this image. If you look at the docks in both of these again, this one, remember, and where this picture, I was saying I feel like I'm stepping into it. But now that I compare this picture to this picture, what I'm looking at is the dock in this picture. I think I can crop the bottom slightly when I come in to create that immediacy, like I'm stepping into it. But what I like is the way the angle of the dock just gently takes me off into it. We're here. I feel like because the bottom of the image is missing, oh gosh, that's tough, you guys. We're going to just kind of pause here for a sec so I can get a little bit more thought on this. Okay, here we go. So you guys, I liked this initially because I felt like I was stepping in. It felt more immediate. But now look at the sky. Look at this corner again. And then also there's this shape here where the sun is warming up the clouds and creating kind of a half circle shape. Then let's go to this one. I have that shape. The sun's a little higher, but what I like is this corner up here. And I'll explain why. Is because see how all the lines look like they're driving you or they're directing towards the sun. I feel like this one has everything pulling me into the back of the picture. And that's something I look for in my work, is I like the brightest aspect of the image in the back of the picture because it creates a three-dimensional experience. It pulls you into it deeper. So comparing these two, do you see how that just seems like it just invites you in deeper? So I'm going to tap this, take it off the screen, and we've got our winner, which is right here. The next phase of this, I'll pull it into Snapseed and I will edit it. Please subscribe to the channel and send me your comments. If there's a specific question you have, let me know. And also, more importantly, if there's a picture of mine that you want me to talk about, let me know. Go to my website or look on social media and see if there's an image that interests you. I'd be happy to talk about it.